Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to Basics in American Truck Simulator. So going ahead and getting this video recorded, getting ready to move. We're kind of a day before things really go nuts. So this is really my last day where I'm sure I don't really have a whole lot of distraction going on. So not sure how much I'm going to get done, but the good news is, if you're seeing this, I've been talking about moving and trying to avoid disruption, this, that, or whatever. I don't have to get a second episode here, which I kind of felt I wouldn't have anyway. Even worst case scenario, I was hopeful that I'd still be able to go ahead and get things done, because I think basically it'll be on the 7th of June will be the next time we'll have an American Truck Simulator route, but should be well established at our new home at that point. So, Lord willing, everything will go fine. So, as part of this, because again, I'm trying to get to Missouri, there were some things where I could go to Salina here and deliver, and I was about ready to do that until I found this one job taking me to Montrose. So it's going to get a good way across, but yeah, a lot of what we had been doing, this is kind of the way I tend to go through Utah, because you're going up here and this gets you up to that area. It's kind of rare to come through this roadway. So I wanted something to do that, and this still does that. And more importantly, gets me a good ways over to the east, so that we're starting to get within spitting distance of 2-3 episodes before we get to Missouri, probably, maybe a little bit longer. But either way, like, this will be a lot better than just going here and then going from here probably to here. So or maybe, to one of those on the far end of Colorado. But either way, this gets me there. And then I think Montrose is going to give us a few options, because I think it's relatively decent in size. Only downside, we're not going to make a whole lot, but this isn't really a series about making money per se, because it's running the standard economy in Truck Simulator, and that's not really that hard to just keep making money on as we go along. So we're going to jump in here and we'll continue chatting after. Alright, so got our empty trailer, since we've obviously delivered, and we'll get going, see what we can do to get our load. But I think we got to go a little bit, it's not as far as one of the things I just had to do, where I had to drive pretty far just to pick up the load. So, but we'll see what it gives us as directions here.
Turn right.
Okay. Which makes sense, because that's really all we can do.
Turn left.
So no need to rest yet. Up here, heading out by the Kroger.
Turn right.
Alright, let's see if we can make it through the light. We did. And now I just don't know if we go across town or what we do here.
Get ready to turn right.
Okay, I'm assuming.
Turn right.
Okay, so that's just literally here. Oh, that worked. I thought since it just turned, I thought kind of both lights would stay that way, but they didn't. So yeah, little small town America. A little bit of the feeling of where we're headed. So kind of gives me the new home sense, other than it's totally the wrong part of the country. As I've said, not a fan of the desert and the scrub. Just could not imagine living here. But some people enjoy it, so hey, more power to them. So, not sure. Dude. Man, I hate the driver AI. Make grilling great again. Really? Really? You're gonna go that route? Okay. Don't even acknowledge the buffoon. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe it always said that, but somehow I don't think so. What are we doing? I know there's a police officer up there, and you're being careful, but come on. All right. Finally fast enough that we can get to cruise. Although I better slow down here. So again, World of Trucks job, so it's not going to have anything to do with game time, so that is nice. It's just, hey, gotta get it done in this type of session, and that's it. Oh good, he's pulling out. He's gonna, oh no, he's on the other side, because I'm like, am I gonna make it through? Ooh, that was bad. This could be really bad, because yeah, so if we hear a train, we're gonna need to pull out. I'm on the tracks. Yeesh. Yeah, this is not good. Like, this was just bad, because I was worried that truck was pulling ahead of me, and I mean, I guess if there's anything good, it's my trailer's empty, but I own my trailer, so that would be an expensive problem. There goes a plane taking off, obviously from some airport that is behind those buildings. Alright, thank goodness. I'm guessing there's some sensor that if you're dumb enough to do that, like, they're not gonna... Because that would just be too easy if people wanted, like, oh yeah, I want a train wreck. Just, you know, park on the tracks and just wait for the train to come. But most sims like this, like, don't allow you, or certainly don't encourage you, at a minimum, to just do inappropriate things. Just like, you know, like in VAT Sim, people can't simulate hijacking or something. Like, they're not gonna allow that, and they won't support it. I don't know if, like, if you try it, if they'll, like, ban you or something. I think they'll just basically be like, you're not allowed to do that, and you're not going to get any air traffic support or something like that. So similarly, if you're some goof who's like, yeah, I want to have a train obliterate my truck, I don't think they let you do it. I think once you're parked on the track, it just, I'm sure, never triggers the train to come until it's clear.
Turn right.
Interesting, because it's almost like
Right.
we've got, like, we've delivered, you know, we clearly have, because yeah, this is just a roadway to get, wow, it's just tore up there. That is totally like a crossing on this kind of road. But yeah, it's obviously a pickup point that I've been at before. Looks like I rested there. Oh yeah, I think this is like the big mine or something. So I think we go down. So, little low boy sitting there. I remember this. This is a pretty elaborate pickup point. I do remember it quite. I won't say quite well, but proceed to the loading area. So, was trying to get my iRacing done for the week, because that has to happen today too, or I lose my opportunity to cover that, which I really like to do, because I like to get my credits every quarter and be able to get $10 of stuff from iRacing without paying for it. So, alright, so now we need to go down here. So yeah, I tried to do that earlier this morning, and then there weren't enough drivers. So there is a minimum of drivers for a race to be called official in iRacing. In most series, that's 8 drivers. We had 6. Like 15 minutes before, I'm like, we'll get it, because it's the first day the new track is available for the week, and no, we did not. We did get to 7 at one point, and I'm like, okay, we'll be good. And then people dropped off. I'm like, well, what are you doing?
You have arrived at your destination.
But anyway, is it like literally on the other side of the wall? So I'm gonna, oh boy. I mean, that's the one thing. I know these pickup locations, but they are difficult. There are not really any easy places to pick up your load here. So I'm thinking I need to go through here, because otherwise, oh, well, maybe not. Well, either way, it's going to work the same way. Where is this pickup spot? I didn't realize there was like another scale in here. Okay, I'm literally up. I don't understand. Where is this pickup spot? I'm literally up front again. Oh, good. And now I'm damaging my trailer as I run around here. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Alright, I guess we won't cut through the middle. Like, what am I missing here? Is it... I see it now, but how do I get to it? Can I go here? Oh, boy. So maybe we just pull... No, it's the other way. That's what I was worried about. Alright. So what are my options here? Not many, I'm sure. Alright, so I think what I need to do is basically kind of go back where I was going. Oh good, I got a barrel under me. Ay. But yeah, I think I need to basically, let's see, do I have enough room there? Because I think I basically then need to back in. So this, be prepared for a long one here, folks. Because this is, I struggle with this kind of stuff. I may reset the camera, because I think, again, I'm not at the best position. Alright, so we're going to go up here, and then we're going to start backing around. But at least that worked decently, thank goodness. Alright, so now we're going to just kind of set ourselves. I'm just going to... I think I'm set, but... Because what I want is I want as much as I can to just be able to look back and not have a problem and not have the camera jump, because it sucks for you, it sucks for me. Alright, yeah, I'm trying to visualize in my head what we're doing, but yeah, I think I need to go in here pretty sharply. Come on. Alright, and then we need to get around, so maybe this'll work out nicely. I don't know. I mean, there's a good amount to maneuver, and the nice thing is, like, going underneath that building is pretty straightforward. Alright, let's see. Probably still a little bit more, maybe a lot bit more. It's hard to tell. No, alright. So I didn't cut enough is basically the problem. Alright, so let's see if we can rotate here. And now what? Now can I rubbing on something. I don't know what. What am I hitting? Yeah, I don't know if I was like stuck on the loader or something. But yeah, see, so the problem was like I was outside the gate of where I was here. This should work. It'd be really awful if it told me no. But yeah, I'm thinking I was hitting the bucket there. Alright, so let's stop the engine. Let's get ourselves loaded up. So 228. Almost a full hour. So we got the scaffolding. I don't think I've ever hauled scaffolding, so just a lot of tubes. It's actually a pretty cool load, honestly. Alright, so we're gonna reset our trip meter, and again we have like 390 miles, so this will take a little bit of time. I kind of rubbed my tires along the edge there. I was trying not to hit that barrel. Now I've done more damage to my truck. Unbelievable. So yeah, we'll head through here, head on down. So I think we're good. We just need to be careful with how we turn here, but again, we're leaving, so we're not going around the way we were before. Alright, and now we go up and out. Alright, so we are scaffoldy. We are scaffoldy. We'll go with that. We're scaffoldy. But yeah, we've got a ways to go. But the good news is we'll be in Colorado then. And this shouldn't be a crazy load. I don't know that it's going to be super heavy. It's telling me in real time it should be 20 minutes, and to rest I need 21 minutes. So right now, as long as it doesn't, well, see, and now it's 20 minutes to rest. So now I might be able to make up some stuff because I do drive, you know, a little over the speed limit. Well, but I don't, now that I think about it, because it limits me to 65, and usually the speed limit out here is higher than that. So I'm thinking that 20 minutes is not like at my max speed. It's at the speed limit, but I can't get to the speed limit. Alright, so the big piece is we're here at the gate. Alright, dude, open up. Come on. Why do you make me stop? Why you do these things to me? I mean, you know I'm leaving. Helping you carry stuff out of here that you want transported somewhere else. But yeah, we're going to Siva.
Get ready to turn left.
Alright, that's good too. So yeah, you can see the railroad ties in the tire path there, which is pretty cool too. You can't quite get a wonderful view of the roadway. I'm hoping they'll be nice and stay out of my way. I don't see anybody, so I think we're good. Alright. So now, I don't know where it's going to have us go. We will just listen to our happy-go-lucky lady. But 65 and 65, so... but I don't think we stay on this very long. But now we're 8 miles down the road. Pretty much 10. So, we're cruising along, which is good. And of course, we've got an intersection, so it's going to make us slow down. But we can... No, actually we can't go straight, because going straight just gets us to General Mills. So, we're going left or right here. I assume we're going to go left. Oh.
And then turn right.
Guess I'm wrong. Alright. So let's get over here. All right.
Turn right.
So, man, that's like an old school van. One big door. We were talking about vans, like old vans, over the Memorial Day holiday. We were just hanging out with family and bringing up old phrases like, either the murder van or Chester the molester. So those may be new to folks, depending on how old you are. But so people got a kick out of that. They're like, "What did you used to call them?" But anyway, well, now there's a train. As long as nobody's turning, though, we can at least line up. Here he comes. So, but we will turn, line ourselves up. We've got the police officer there. And there it goes. Again, we've got a freight line through town where we're moving. Not actually too far. I mean, it's far enough from the house that it's not like disruptive, but you can hear it, but it's not like, ooh, it's gonna wake us up all night or something. I mean, we've been there for a week already, so we know it's perfectly fine. And so I get to watch trains if I want, maybe, and whatever. So all kinds of fun stuff. Definitely looking forward to it. So other things we're looking forward to. Let's get back to some American Truck Simulator stuff now that we're finally on the road. So they did put out, I guess we'll call it a teaser ad, where it's like, where do you think we're going now? And it says about the center of America. And they've got, of course, a magnifying glass laying on a map. And, and then they have a video that they created with it that really just shows the location. And it literally is like a handwritten sign that is center of the USA or something. And so if you look for that, there's a place in Belforche, South Dakota.
Go straight.
Alright, so I'm assuming we're gonna go left and get on the highway here. Or maybe we'll just go straight across. Either way, we'll be in the left lane just to be safe. So of course, the easy answer to, oh, they're gonna do South Dakota. Okay. Except if you look at the map, it's not a map of the United States. It's a map of the territories. So it's an older map. And at that point, back then, you had the Dakota Territory, which encompassed both the current states of North and South Dakota. So I am hoping we are going to get what I have been hoping for quite some time as they've been moving on to other areas, because there is some similarity, to the landscapes they've done or whatever that I would think would make the production easier. And I am hoping we're going to get both the Dakotas delivered in one DLC. But they haven't announced that yet. So we're either getting South Dakota or North and South Dakota is what I believe. It's possible they may really give us a treat and deliver North, South Dakota, and Minnesota together. Because that would be above Iowa, and that would basically fill everything up above Iowa and let them focus on other things after that. Minnesota's probably a bit more challenging. First off, it's not the smallest state. But where did I hit? So there goes my 2-week thing with no problem. So I hit something. Maybe there was a car in the right lane and I clipped it. I didn't even feel it, like it didn't vibrate or anything. But I saw the problem, so. So anyway, so yeah, that I think came out over the Memorial Day weekend, or maybe it was just the Friday before. But either way, it was recent, and that's coming. And there were like over 100 comments at that point, and I finally added mine, like, nobody's looking at the map. Like, I think we're getting something different than you guys all think we're getting, but we'll see. Alright, hopefully, yeah, just a nice short little. I think doing that on the interstate would be highly unlikely, bearing some cable a little bit. That's more something you'd see on a city street, but they placed it here this time, and it might be one of those random events, not a permanently on the map at this location events. So we shall see if we at least discover Salina. That would be really nice. That would be a hope that I have. But we are moving along, and you know, of course, they don't have a road trip out yet, so that isn't available. Like I said, I may just show it, explore it a little bit in kind of a mini series, like when I did Montana at one point as a mini series. But we'll see what happens based on where I'm at and whatever. But I think it would be a new profile anyway, and it probably has to be a new profile, because otherwise you're driving a truck versus driving a car. So it could be something that becomes something concurrent. I don't know. I mean, if I find enough enjoyment with what they're having us do, I might do more of it than I think I'm going to. Because right now I do think it's a little bit like, I don't know, the gimmicky's the right word, because they're not like doing it like on the sly and suddenly tricking you into it, which is kind of how I would define a gimmick. That it's just like they entice you, making you think you're doing something, and then you're doing something totally different. And so it's almost like clickbait on the internet. But alright, so I guess we have to go here. So, Salina, Denver. So my guess is we may have already gone this way, and we obviously haven't discovered Salina, so I'm thinking we're not going to discover Salina. That's unfortunate. I mean, I could exit and discover Salina, but the other piece is, I was thinking we were going to get a bunch of road we haven't been on, but clearly we've been here. But we are now headed east, but we are on I-70, which would put us a little bit south of I-80, which is kind of what I think most people think of if I'm going coast to coast, east to west. I-80 is kind of the iconic interstate for that, because I think it just stretches through most of the places folks would like to go. The issue with I-90, which is a little north of it, is it hits a lot of cities, where I-80 tends to be a little bit more out in the country like this, so that you're just rolling and you're not hitting potential traffic at various times and whatever. So I-80 tends to be where you get routed from, you know, a lot of cross-country journeys and stuff. So, but yeah, so that is the news in the American Truck Sim world. But nice to see that they're continuing to do a bunch of things, and just, you know, every couple months they'll drop some kind of a note or teaser, or whoop, I'm getting a little too close, because yeah, those mile marker posts do more damage to your truck than you'd think. I mean, they're just break off metal posts in real life. I don't even know that a truck would feel it for the most part, but yeah, they give you a pretty good jolt, because early on, as I was learning this, I did exactly what I did here. I exited very quickly onto an exit, maintained my speed because I didn't want to slow down, and then couldn't make the turn and slammed into one of those interior posts and did like 12% of damage just from hitting that. It was crazy. Yeah, so we're not getting anything new. But this is what starts to happen. I mean, we're sitting here, I think, if I'm correct, I get the European and this one mixed up, but I think we're like in the 80s in the episode count, coming up to 90. This is what starts to happen, is you're just traveling over the same space. Alright, so we got off and then continued here, but now we don't need to exit, so we'll discover this little piece. So we got a little road discovery, but that's like nothing. But we did get something we haven't traveled on. So and we were clearly going this way, which is interesting too, but maybe we did exactly what we're doing. We're like, oh, let's head into Colorado, let's go across, and and this is the way we chose to go. But 133 miles in, as you can see. But we're getting up, I don't know, I mean, we're 16,500 about, so I mean, we're still a ways away from 20,000 miles, but definitely been doing a good amount of hauling here. But yeah, as you're in, 80, 90 episodes, like, this is the reality where we do have some repetition in the routes. Because unless you're doing really short things and just hanging around a spot, you're gonna take the same major arteries across. But yeah, so my plan is drive this, obviously at some point today get this ready and uploaded to YouTube so that it's there for you on the 30th, which is a day I know for certain I won't have anything, because yeah, that's kind of the day the movers are moving the truck, if we're kind of thinking about it that way. So they'll have loaded the day before, and then the blessing we've gotten is then they're unloading the day after, so we just have that one day of transit, and that's it. Where sometimes they go somewhere else, unload, and so you get a later delivery. So our initial window that we were given was May 31st to June 3rd. So we had basically one of 4 days that it could arrive, and it is arriving the first one it possibly could. So that is really, really great. So nice. Oh, nice bridge. But a good amount of traffic out here today. I'm like, it is the day after Memorial Day. Are they like simulating that? Is the traffic thing smart enough to know that it's a holiday day, and it's like, oh yeah, it's really busy because people are driving home or whatever. Okay, getting a little dark, but shoot, I just noticed the viewpoint. I could have pulled off because I'm right about at the point that I should rest, and then we could have gotten that viewpoint, whatever it was. I'm sure it's beautiful. Again, I love this part of the country for what it is. I just don't want to live here. I'm fine with visiting here and just taking in the natural beauty and whatever, but it's too desolate for my liking and my wife's liking. But yeah, I'm sure it'd be some spectacular views. But we might be through here again in the future. I'll just have to obviously try to remember. But yeah, I was looking at him like, it's starting to get dark. Maybe it's time to pull over. So I apologize. And then when I thought of it, I'm like, it'll be a really dangerous maneuver to try to pull over now. And so I didn't do it. I'm gonna move over because they're going slow. I guess the speed limit is 50, but I don't know. I feel like I can go a little quicker. Good news is, yes, we have gained a minute of difference between when I must rest to when I can rest. I'm getting pulled. I'm suddenly not able to really turn. Alright, but now I thought I saw it speed up. But yeah, I didn't want to clip another car in the right, making, kind of straightening out the right turn. I'm like, nah, I gotta do something different here. Alright, so... Alright, because now it says 80, so I'm assuming now that we're out of the mountains. Yep, there we go. Clicks back up. But we can't go that fast, but at least now we can go this fast. And right now, it's still passing things, which is even better. But yeah, if I didn't have the iRacing hiccup this morning, I would have had a cleaner path to maybe just do back-to-back recordings, which sometimes I do just to clear my path, but I'm not quite sure that I'm definitely going to have that, because again, if I take a longer route, it'll get the episode length closer to an hour, and that I won't have time to fit in. So I think I'm just doing this one, getting what I need done, and then I'll just have my first foray in our new home into Trucking Simulator, Be American Truck Simulator, as I get that episode ready for June 7th. Alright, so going the other way, we had stopped. I mean, we're still not yawning, so at this point, yes, I am kind of pushing the distance a little bit, because I think I can get there. It says 9:16, but I'm not sure if that's... I don't remember if it's real time or game time, because it just kind of aligns right. I guess we'll see if it changes, but... like, substantially, but... well, because now it has fallen back down where they're even, the rest, and... oh, and now we're... so, if we see another rest area, we will pull over. There's no point in really pushing things much, so... but more just pull off and go is better than I've got to exit and stop at a truck stop. But 280, so I think we got at most about another 100 miles to go. But we should have the Colorado border coming up soon, because Montrose isn't that close to the border. Like, we're a ways into Colorado, and if I'm coming down on 100 miles, like, we've got to be getting to the border very soon. And so that would make sense that we'd have some rest areas right there, because you normally have things welcoming you to the state and so forth. Got some buzzards circling overhead. Probably going for that roadkill on the side of the road there. Alright, there we go. Welcome to colorful Colorado. And then it slows down to 75, but again, I still can't. So there is a Colorado port of entry, but I don't know that that has a rest stop. But I guess I should get over in case it does. It does not look... oh, we have to stop anyway. Alright. So, twilight hour driving. But yes, no rest stop, which kind of stinks. And we've got a few trucks here. Lowe's. It has a place to park, but clearly it doesn't have a sleep trigger, so I can't use it officially. And now, stupid me, I'm in the red. So, not great. Alright, let's get ourselves weighed. 53,000. So for the max 80,000, we're not even close. And yeah, again, clearly we've been here, so now we've got to do this like exit and then move a bit and then enter. So
Get ready to turn left.
and there's a pull off, but again, not one I'd really prefer to use, because that's basically a
Turn
truck
left,
dealer, I
and
think.
then turn right.
Okay, so as long as nobody's coming here, we're fine.
Turn right.
So all of us are doing the same thing. But I kind of don't have a choice, so I'm going to have to pull off at that truck stop. So we will do that. And then that'll give us some ability, because yeah, now, whoops, it's 4 minutes to get there. And, well, now it dropped to 3, but it was 4 minutes to get there and 3 minutes till I need to rest, so. But yeah, like, we're getting that tunnel vision close-in thing. It would just be stupid. Oh, Rouen. Big carrier. Yeah, I'm hoping carriers get through kind of the economic chaos we've got going on. It's like, I think literally over this weekend, I think there were 3 changes in tariff policy again in 3 days. So it's just impossible for trucking companies to like make any kind of real plans. And there have been bankruptcies. So it's been really unfortunate.
Finding a new route. When possible, make a U-turn.
Alright, so we'll get in here. Since we have to pull through, we'll probably just fill up just because we're here. Like, why not? So let's get that done. We don't need much. You can see the gallons at the bottom, so we are now full. $242 though. But $334 for diesel, not bad. What am I hearing? Very weird sounds all around me. Now, I hope... Alright. I'm just gonna stop, because sometimes you pull through and it doesn't work on the other side. So what I don't want to run into is some sort of situation where... Okay, like in this case, they did have it in all the parking spaces, so that's good, but it doesn't always happen that way, so I didn't want to make an assumption that it would. But yes, I'm pretty sure there's a truck dealer down at the end of the road there, but we're not exploring here, so yeah, I think I see a Volvo sign, if I'm seeing correctly. Yep.
Recomputing.
So, again, definitely nice with the head tracking to be able to do stuff like that. That would have been a bit of a pain with the mouse. So, I mean, the challenge is, yeah, I do have my range of motion limited to that side, because you can't, like, look out the window from the driver's seat. Alright, yeah, let me just get over to this lane, so... Again, we don't have anything weird going on, but hey, we now got that figured out.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Yep. just continue down the road. So got a little bit of discovery here and there. So that is good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, we're back on. There goes a Sunoco truck. Another moving company. I think, I want to say Grable. I'm not sure. Grable Van Lines, but that, yes, that's somebody moving. But at this point, yeah, we're down to 3 minutes, but yeah.
Right. And then exit right.
Oh, well, that was quick enough. Alright.
Exit right.
But again, nothing, no place we haven't been, so.
Keep right. And then turn right.
And we obviously didn't get Salina discovered because we're
right.
well past that. Alright. So, we're there, Grand Junction.
Go
But
straight.
we're going to Montrose, so that's the next city over. My guess is we're gonna hit the light here. Keep forgetting to turn my turn signal off. Again, you're all well familiar with that. Me and my silliness. Another train track, but not one we can actually get to, even if we wanted to. But probably still would have a working train on it, but I don't know. Nice Dunkin' Donuts. It's like a Saturn donut. Don't know that I've seen one of those signs. So if they're new and got added into this mod, I haven't seen them, so I don't think they're old, because it doesn't look familiar. It's an interesting, not normally the paint job you'd expect on a Chevron truck. So you can see a reflection in the back of that. That's pretty cool.
Go straight.
I do like how they do all of that in the sim. Really helps with the immersion again. Alright, stuck at the strip mall. Yeah, this is gonna take a while if we're doing this, because yeah, if we're just going through town with a bunch of lights, like, this could be a long ending.
Go straight.
Alright. Alright, so we're gonna swing a little wide, because obviously that's a problem, otherwise we'll be clipping people. And now we've got to go super slow, so hopefully he won't clip us, but you saw him swing way out, so he drove well at least. Unlike me, sometimes.
Go straight.
Alright. Okay, little Lamborghini.
Keep right. And then turn
Couldn't make
right.
it anyway, so. Oh, wait, I gotta turn right? Oh boy.
Turn right.
This is bad. So now I gotta wait for this truck, because I'm not paying attention. Alright, the car's waiting, at least he's nice. Oh, I guess, oh, okay, he is going. I thought he was turning, and then suddenly there was nothing happening. So yes, I've got to turn the turn signal on again. Alright, the van is going, but then after that, we're good. Just want to clear the... Is something wrong with my truck? It's like the gears are grinding. I don't understand. Just weird sounds. I don't know what I'm hearing. But it's not something that I'm used to from Truck Simulator from before. It's a really thin bridge. I do not like it. That feels better. Yeah, when you're wide as it is, it's like, you don't need stuff like that to make it even more difficult. But yeah, the cars are trying to pass, but it's like there's not that much room, people. Alright, so I'm guessing we get a little bit of speed. So Montrose looks like it's about 18. It's not the clearest sign to read as you're going by at speed, so there we go, 65. But yes, next town over. And again, we're basically going a mile in-game. It's a lot of birds. They're not buzzards, they're just flying over. But yeah, the nice thing with the truck sim stuff is it is just, you know, as if I had a stream. There's not anything I really do other than put some chapter headings in places. But unless I had to stop unexpectedly and then have to trim something out, normally they're pretty quick to edit, and then you know, they've got to get rendered and all that, which isn't always so quick. But
Go straight.
so now we're in Montrose and we're looking for Siva. So I see Ford, and I'm not sure what that. Oh, I think it was just literally Napa Auto Parts. I'm gonna go to the left because I know I'm not going to the Ford dealer.
Go straight.
Alright, so we're not turning. Again, we might still have 20 miles. I mean, the flag's not appearing on the map. So, one of those interesting contraptions. It's basically like a girder system over the roadway to mount the traffic lights on. Oh, that's not our green light. Getting a little too excited. It's been a long haul. I know I just rested and all, but it doesn't feel like it. But yeah, in real time, in the Truckee widget, it's saying 29 seconds, so like once we're moving, it should tick down. Now again, I'm sure it's thinking that's its speed, so yes, it's taking more than a second for a second to go away. Alright, there's our delivery point, so I probably need to be over to the... I don't know, let me stay on this side for now, because maybe the trucks will turn off, and I got a clear shot to the light here, rather than slowing down and being further back. Alright, yeah, and see he turned away, which is exactly what I was thinking might have happened. Alright, Exxon. Got the tractor supply. So yeah, definitely many choices for pickup drop-off points here, so that will bode well for the next leg. We'll probably have many options for jobs.
Keep right. And then turn right.
That's basically warning us about every street lamp.
Turn right.
Alright. And so I've been to this particular location too. Like, how funny is that? So, oh well. Pretty much nothing new about this journey other than a couple things over a bridge where we didn't get off. That was it. A few hundred feet of new roadway that we hadn't been on. Alright, so it's going to be over here, where obviously we have a big yard.
Turn left.
And then around. So I'm sure we can go around both sides of the building.
You have
So
arrived.
I'm going to go this way because, again, otherwise we're doing a blind side if I go the other way. Obviously, we'd prefer not to do that. Okay. Now, the challenge will be that, you know, there's not a lot of room here to kind of fix it the way I'd like, but we'll do what we can. So yeah, we're basically going to have to get enough that I can turn around, and I'm still kind of going to be doing the blind side then. Because yeah, this is going to get us up on the ramp, I think. I don't think well, maybe there is a way to rotate here. It's kind of crazy. Okay. I mean, it's still a blind side view, like it or not, but it's not as bad, potentially, as I thought it was going to be. So, let's see. So, get in there, and we'll try to rotate in. No, okay, not quite. We got close, though. Alright. So, again, a little bit challenging, but now we can try to get it rotated in, and hopefully we'll be good. Alright, there we go. Luckily we had enough room on this side, so that worked. We'll unload. There we go, 395. I don't know where we sit on leveling up. Yeah, not close. So there we go. But made some profit. We're here. And as always, if you've enjoyed this, haven't dropped a like, or are not a subscriber, please consider those things, and I will see you next time.